everyone, it's Dasher Dave here again, and I'm back for another crafty video. So today you are going to sit and just kind of talk to me whilst I make a Christmas card for my beautiful, handsome partner Vic, and he isn't here, and I will have given it to him before I upload this, so he will have seen it before he sees it on here, so that's the reason why I feel safe doing this. So I've got to put this together today. I have no idea how it goes together. I've got lots of pieces that are cut out. I think some of them are just waste material. I think that's a piece of waste material. Just keep it in case. But there's several bits to it, and you're going to help me make it. So when I say help me make it, I mean you're going to sit there and like scream at the camera going, no, not that. So he likes owls. It's a Christmas owl. So sorry, I had to check that the camera was rolling because I didn't know whether it was. So I'm going to put it together, and I've got the instructions off to my left here, and hopefully that will be enough. But if I have a breakdown on camera, then you know it wasn't enough. So this is just the inner part, so I'm not worried about the bits that it didn't cut out completely. It wants me to fold all of these. It doesn't specifically say which way round, so let's just see what we've got. So the picture on the thing, oh the heck, what? So that, oh, they've all got to go the same direction. So whichever way you fold it, they've all got to be the same way. So all the tabs have all got to be up onto the left. So there's that, and then I'm gonna tabs to the left, jokers to the right. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze now. I just sneezed and then had a coughing fit, so sorry about that. You won't have noticed any difference though, because I will have skipped through it all. So I think it must be this way around. I'm folding it this way, so yeah, tabs to the left of me, jokers to the right. But these are also tabs, and I believe they've got to be folded in, but there isn't a score line on those, so I'm going to do those in a moment. This is interesting. I don't know why I've got two of these. Never mind, we'll find out. So I've got to make the back part of the Christmas owl, fold the piece of paper along the cutting line and then glue them to the back piece as below. Okay, so you kind of have to fill in the blanks. So I have a piece of white card somewhere, I believe. Oh, it's there. Sorry, I'm coughing a lot today. I hope that doesn't mean I'm coming down with something. So this has got to have, and I just love the way it just says, and then glue them. Yeah, like, how? What? Make all, what? Let's see where else I use. Ah, I see. There's two sets. Right, there's two sets, and the reason for that is there's lots of bits you have to do. Right, okay, that makes sense, because I was thinking I've got way more here than the circumference of this. So that all makes a bit more sense now. So I think, anyway, and that's that's up that bit there. That's the bottom bit. That's that bit. Oh, hang on. That's the bottom bit. Oh, I've done that wrong then, haven't I? I need to go that way around. That's the bottom. That's the curve round. That's the. No, I had it the right way round, I think. Yeah, I did. Oh well. That's that bit, and then that's that bit. Yeah. Okay, so glue them together and then glue them up. Is that what it says? Do the same. Oh, right, okay. Fold the piece of paper or cutting line, then glue them onto the back as shown. So they're gluing them together first, but I don't know if to glue them together or not. And then these have all got to be folded in. So I want them to kind of be folded in on a straight line, which I don't think they will if I just try and fold them. So the reason for the pink stuff in the background, by the way, is just so that I don't get any of the dirty ink marks off my bench onto the back of here, because this is white card. So I'm just trying to be sensible about this. So is that easier to do like that? Yes, it is easier than me trying to do it with my fingers anyway. Oh, except for that's not doing. Oh no, it is. So yes, I've had to, whilst I was cutting this out, so it took me about an hour to cut all of the pieces for this, and that's because you have to change the mat and then find the card out, and a couple of pieces didn't cut properly, so I had to cut them again, and then so I've had a few like minor glitches, but it all worked out in the end. So while I've been doing that, I felt the need to listen to some real Christmas carols, not Christmas songs, not the pop charty stuff, but just the Christmassy carol things. I've just been feeling that I think that's what's sometimes missing for me. Is I was brought up in a religious household, and so I like Christmas carols, so it was always part of Christmas, and so it feels much more nostalgic to me. And although, you know, my mum was still is the matriarch of the family, and although she, you know, there's a lot of the Christmas carols that don't really mean that much to us because of our religion is a bit different. So, well, our religion, my mum's religion, Christadelphianism, no, they don't celebrate the virgin birth and all of that. So anyway, because of that, they don't always mean, but they just have a very nostalgic feel to them. So anyway, I've been listening to Christmas carols and feeling very nostalgic now. I'm feeling like it's Christmas. So yeah, because in the UK, I know that it's different to America, but in the UK, it's I think it's about 46% of the UK population. Don't quote me, but like it's about 46% of the UK population have religion in their lives. And bear in mind that's like other religions, not just Christian religions. I think it's about 6% Muslim, 2% Hindu, and then 2% Sikh, Judaism, and others. So it's not a big percentage. I'm gluing this together. Whether I'm doing this right or not, I don't know. So it's more of a majority that don't have religion in their lives, which I know is completely different to America. It's something like 75% of the American population are religious. So I know that seems very odd to some people. And you know, I don't have any issues with religion. Like I say, my mum was religious, so I was brought up with that. And it's not a turning my back on the Christadelphian way of life either, because you know I think it's one of the more accepting religions. It's just I would say I was agnostic rather than atheist. So I have I believe there is something, but I don't necessarily believe in a classic I guess God, but I don't know. You know, I'm not. Like I say, I don't have any issue with anybody with any kind of religion. It's not the person. It's the practice. It's how they go about life. It doesn't matter what religion you are. It's how tolerant you are. That's what you need to focus on. Right, I'm doing all of these tabs, which might be a mistake. I'm going to do all the tabs and then I'm going to try and do them piecemeal along here. I'm going to try and do a piecemeal. This is what it says to do. Having looked at the picture, it says that you should place them on the inside. I thought they'd have gone on the back, but they don't. So I'm just doing what I'm told, so oh, this is probably not the... Oh, no. This is not going to go well, is it, Dave? But yeah, so the Christmas carols are very much part of my feeling of Christmas, and I think that's what I've missed every year. I've missed out on every year. Is like, it just doesn't feel quite as Christmassy as I expected it to, and I think that's the reason why I haven't listened to Christmas carols rather than just Christmas music, which you probably get a bit sick of, actually, to be fair, because you hear it everywhere. And I was watching a very nice program before I came on air, where it was about Victorian Christmas traditions, and they'd got carols playing on it, and I just felt very nostalgic and thought, I need to listen to some Christmas carols now, so I did. And then I watched a bit of Delia Smith. So I don't know whether you know who Delia Smith is, but she used to be a British TV chef during the 80s. She's still alive, so it's not like a posthumous recognition of her. But she just doesn't do cooking programs anymore. I think she's 83 now. But yeah, but she's kind of somebody I associate with Christmas as well, because a lot of the recipes that my mum made at Christmas were Delia Smith recipes. So well, it's just interesting, isn't it? Watching me do this. So I got this. I didn't make it myself. So that's the reason why I don't know how to make it. I got this off Etsy because I wanted something Christmassy and owly, because that's what he likes. So he likes owls. Well, he likes Christmas because I like Christmas, and everybody has to like Christmas because I like Christmas. So no, if you don't like Christmas, you don't like Christmas. Nothing I can do about that. Now I can do. What did make me I've just been sat here wondering then. I was thinking, all of these people that, during the Victorian times that were mill owners and God-fearing people, etc. Why did they treat people so badly if they were so God-fearing? Because that's just, I've always had high regard for Christianity. They treat people very well. Most religions actually treat people very well. So, so that's that. That's that one. And then I'm going to do the same on this one. Oh, hell's bells. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to sneeze again. Excuse me, sorry, I've been sneezing I don't know why I'm sneezing, and maybe I am coming down with something. There's been something going around at work. I can't get that off the mat. There we go. Been something going around at work, and I think it's probably unavoidable that I'm to not get it, but I'd rather not. And if I'm going to have it, I'd rather it be now than at Christmas. Because Christmas is one of my favourite times of year, so the weather has been definitely very Christmassy. It's been snowing here, so there's a lot of snow on the ground, and it's been very frosty. Like, it's been negative figures every night for the last 4 or 5 days. So when I say negative figures, I mean negative Celsius, which, you know, it's not obviously not negative Fahrenheit. Otherwise, the world has gone wrong. So, I mean, I realise isn't like 0 about 32 in Fahrenheit, something like that. Anyway, it's been very cold, and I'm trying not to have the heating on all day when I'm at home, because becomes very expensive. So crafting is the thing that's keeping me warm, except for it's not at the moment. My knees are very cold under this desk. So when I went out with the dog this morning, I was singing to him. He wasn't particularly impressed, to be fair. Anybody that's heard my singing will know, will literally feel his pain. I was singing, "Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel. Then an old man came inside, gathering winter fuel." There you go, sorry. I had to get it out of my system. Bright. I love rolling my R's. And it's the song where you can roll your R's in it. So you have to say that very very clearly what you're talking about. Roll your R's. Oh, well, you do in the UK, because like R's sounds very much like something, a word that we use for our bottom. So, or backside. We don't use the word ass in the UK. So, not traditionally anyway. Is that right? Just bear with me a moment. I'm going to have to go and blow my... Right, I'm back. So, this one needs to be stuck to this, apparently. Oh, please don't tell me they've got to slip inside each other, because this might not go to plan. Is that one not the same length as that one? Oh, is that what's wrong with that? Let's try putting them around the right way, Dave. Is one smaller than t'other? No, it's definitely not smaller. Is that what happens? It goes together, but I don't know whether that's right. Oh well. It is what it is. Didn't say that that some were one size and some were another, so we'll just have to be this way. So, that way up. That bit first. I did try to top my glue up before I started on this project, so that I had plenty. I'm concerned now that this isn't going to fit on that one. I love these kind of 3D projects, but I do wish that the instructions were a bit clearer. They can be a bit ambiguous. Look at me with big words. Ambiguous. I think I'm not going to do so many this time. I'm going to do those for you, get those in place, and then move along. Get those all in the right place first. And then, or not get them in the right place. See if they just pop off. I was going to say that's fine, but it isn't. Being ironic. Okay, so squeeze all of those down. Okay, now do the rest of them. So yeah, so I'm not fazed by doing things like this. I just wish that sometimes the instructions were a little bit clearer. I think they could be. I like making things by this company called Dreaming Tree, who do a lot of SVG cuts. And when you make anything that they have, that they sell even, they're very clear. The instructions are not only very clear, but they also do a video for every one that they have. So, which makes it very clear. You know, if you're a visual learner, then you need a video. So I'm usually a kinesthetic learner, as in I usually learn by just doing something, but I haven't made one of these before, so I haven't learned to make this before now anyway. Hopefully that's sitting on there properly now. Okay, then we'll do this bottom one. I'll just use the tube, whatever it is, the tube of the glue to use it to spread it out like a spreader, a built-in spreader. Okay, so that's going to line up. Does it? Can it? More to the point. It doesn't. Can it? Yeah, it can. Cool. And then just squeegee that one on. And then, oh, don't go to sleep. My iPad nearly went to sleep with all the instructions on. Talking of going to sleep, Worcester's currently on the bed, sleeping. Oh, he's getting so old. He makes a lot of moany noises these days. Bless him. Everything must ache for him. But I know how he feels. It happens to the best of us. Age, doesn't it? So stick those two down. Sorry, this is very I might have sped this up, so I might just be talking to myself, so depending on how entertainment worthy I think it is, but I do need to make it, so I thought I'd just bring you along and you can kind of, watch what somebody else does to make things. If you have a Cricut or a Scan and Cut or a Silhouette or any of the other versions, I don't think they sell any of the other versions in the UK, but I know there are other makes of cutting machine. If you have one, Etsy sell lots of SVG files that you can buy like this, but you're kind of on your own but with the instructions. Okay, so now it says do the same for the front part, then glue the details of the owl layers to the front part of the owl box. This is the front part. Which way up does it go? the little bit is the bottom. I wasn't expecting that. So it has. Okay, so these. Let's make the layers now. So we've got the red. For some reason, he has red glowing eyes, which I'm not. I don't actually like the idea of him having red glowing eyes. I think I might adapt it. Am I going a little bit off piste here? I think. Let's just see if these line up first. They do. And then I think I want to change this. I don't. The red glowing eyes is a little bit evil for me. I think. Not evil. Just it'll look like he's very tired. He's got red eyes. So I think I'm going to see if I can cut that out in some way. Maybe I could use a punch. Maybe that punch is a bit big, and maybe it doesn't reach in enough, and maybe it doesn't, and maybe not that one. So not a punch, or certainly not that punch anyway. Maybe let's use one of these. Oh, that's a pencil on the end. Let's change the pencil. Now I think you're probably thinking, oh Dave, you're making a mistake here, but at the end of the day, I've got to be happy with it. So I'm going to make sure that I do it my way. Oh, I only need one blade, Dave. One in there. So let's give this a bit of an idea. So cut there, and all the way around. That's going to cut my. Is that going to cut my eye out? It needs to be just past where the pencil line is. So no, it isn't. No, not there. So do that. That cuts there. That cuts there. That cuts there. That's all of that. Right. Okay. Let's do that then. So we want to put that in place. That on there, and then we're going to cut this out. The thing is, I'm going to cut through the pink paper as well, because I put the paper down to protect my mat and didn't realise I was going to be doing any cutting today. I'm going to put some cream coloured paper behind where his eyes are, so that I don't have, so he doesn't look like he's been up all night partying. That going to come out? Just leave it like that. Can we get it out? Yep, we can. Cool. So I'm already adapting it. I do this quite often though, to be fair, when I have these kind of kits. If there's something on it I don't like, I will adapt it, and that's just because I'm fairly confident at you doing these things. But you know, once I've made a couple myself. I've designed a couple myself. Don't tend to sell them or anything like that. I just make them for me. But once you've become a bit confident at doing stuff, you kind of understand the principle, and then you can do more. So maybe that's something I should look at doing. Some things. Dave, talk, speak clearly, enunciate. Dave, enunciate. No, that's definitely going to be bigger. Where's my other one? I've got another hole punch that I was thinking might be the right size, but I can't find it. Was that it? No, that's a fluted one. I've got such a runny nose, I'm really sorry. No, I don't know where it's gone now. But okay, so we will cut some cream coloured card with this. Should I do it with that, or should I just do it with that same size and then it would fit in? No, we're going to do it with this, I think. I'm going to put this behind. Or shall I put it behind, or shall I put it... Right, sorry folks, this is... Because you know when you go off piste, this is what happens. Right, let's... Oh Dave, you've completely changed the size of that. Completely. No wonder that it's all going wrong. That needs to be locked in. No. That needs to be there. Right, okay. Didn't realise it wasn't locked in, and that's the reason why the size has changed. That'll do. So, lock that in. And then just make this into a circle. Oh, the only problem is you're going to see the hole in the middle, aren't you? Are you? Okay, so let me put this on here, like that, and then just lie that on top. And are you going to see the hole? No, you're not. It's going to be covered up. That's brilliant. Fab. I mean, it doesn't quite fit in there because that's not quite that size. Because I thought it was, but it wasn't. But anyway, so in that case, then, do I need to go to all the fuss of doing that, or do I just stick that on the top? And I'll just... You won't see it through the black. Oh no! Oh wait. Sorry, I just have to do it the same. Sorry, not sorry. You know, if you were receiving it, you'd appreciate the struggle that I'd gone to make it, but because you just sat there watching me, you probably don't. Oh, gosh, Dave. Cool, okay, so I've got two eyes. Oh, they kind of fit. Does that one kind of fit? No, it needs to be a little bit... Which one goes in? Which hole? That one goes in that hole? Yeah, it does. So if I make that... Oh, Dave, it's only a fraction out, or is it that one that goes in that hole? That might be that one that goes in there. Yeah, it's just a fraction. Let's just use a pair of scissors. When he watches this back, if he watches this back, he'll appreciate the struggles I went to. I want to kind of just cut it down a little bit so that it lies flat. It doesn't bulge the front of the card up. So does it kind of sit in there now? It does. It's fine. Right, okay, so I'm happy now. So just take his eyes out for a minute. Okay, so this is going to layer up onto there. So we're going to glue those together. Yeah, let's do that then. So I think I'm going to glue the red card. Glue the red card, and then so I'm going to put lots of things around the edge to make sure it makes good contact. Oh no, not over that bit, because that's one of the berries that you can see, Dave. So don't do that on the other side. And over his feet. I think they're feet. And around there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put one half on and then put the other half on. speak while I'm here. Right, put this side on. Actually, put this side on that isn't glued. And then I can find where it's supposed to go. Is that in the right place? Yep. And then put that side down. That is the side that needs to be stuck. And pick it up and then just reshape it a little bit. Okay, right, just squeeze that down a little bit. Okay, and then flip it over. What is that? What is that on there? Is that a bit of glue or is it? Oh, it's a bit of fluff. Right, okay, then peel this back a little bit and then just get in there with the glue for this side. That side, the glue, squeeze that down. Cool, fine, that's it, that's good, that's gone in. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these in place. So I'm just going to flip it out. Is that the right one? That's the one I cut down. Hang on, no, that's that one. So yeah, that's fine. So I'll stick that there. Put a tiny bit around that edge there, and all the way around this edge, and then through the middle. It should glue down nicely. Stick that in there. Yep. That's alright, and then do the same for that one. That bit of, nobody's going to see the back of here, so if it tears like that, you're not going to see it because it's part of the back. Yeah, just trying to get rid of that excess glue off there. Cool, and then put that one down. So that sits in that hole as well. Cool, that's brilliant. I'm much happier. Yes, much happier with that than the bright red eyes. Okay, cool. So let's move that out of the way so I don't stab myself. So once we've done that, we need to make his hat. So this is his hat. And his hat sits like that. Yep. In fact, I might assemble the hat first and then stick that on. That bit of fluff off it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make the hat first. I think it'll be a bit easier to line it up this way. So tomorrow is, well, today is Sunday, which makes tomorrow Monday. Strangely, even in the UK, our days are the same as everybody else's. But yeah, it's Monday tomorrow, and me and Vic are going into Leeds city centre to do a bit of Christmas shopping. Specifically, Vic wanted to go because he hasn't really, he hasn't done as much as I have because he gets paid differently to me. I get paid on the 15th of every month, and he gets paid he gets paid weirdly for me. I mean, it's not weird at all, but he gets paid 13 times a year, so every 4 weeks, so like a lunar month. So it varies throughout the year when he gets paid, whereas I get paid 12 times a year on the 15th of every month, unless it falls on a weekend, in which case I get paid the Friday before. So put that on there. That should all line up out, which it does. Oh, it's quite cute, isn't it? Cool, I'm very happy with that. And then this goes on here, and I've forgotten which way around it is now. The small bit is the bottom. Alright, and that's going to go like that. So that's what I've got to do, is glue that there. No pressure. Just get this right, that's all I want to do. Get it in the right place. It doesn't have to be perfect. Beauty of a homemade gift, isn't it? But it's not going to be perfect. It won't look like it's been made in a factory. It definitely won't look like it's been made in a factory, but I do want it to look right. So I want it to sit nicely and not completely wonky or anything like that. So that's going to go on there. Straight. Right, let's stick this. Use this to stick this down with. So we've been forecast a few more flurries of snow, and then it's going to get very cold again. So it's going to be icy, but then towards the end of the week, it's going to just rain a lot. UK, it just rains a lot anyway. But no, it's going to get warmer, as in it's not going to be tropical. It's going to be more like 8 degrees rather than minus something. Again, in centigrade, we're talking, or Celsius, or however. I don't know what the difference is. The scale is not different. It's the same scale. It's just two different words for the same thing. So is that going to go on there? Like, please just go on there. I mean, obviously we've got to put the filling inside it. What is going on? It fitted a minute ago. Oh yeah, it does. It fits again. That's fine. So that's the front bit. I'm going to have to put that out of the way because I don't want it to get gluey. Now I've got to do the filling bit. So, and the filling should sit inside this, which it does. And then I've just got to get it in the right order. So the first one is just got 2 holes in it. I believe that one, yes, it is that one. So this is the first one. Glue all the layers and make sure they're properly lined up. Okay, so well that's it. That's all the instructions I get, is glue all the layers. Doesn't tell me the layers, which order the layers need to be in. So I think it's this first, then it's that. We need to poke some things out of that. I don't know. Is it that next? I know that's the top one. No, I don't know. Right, let's have a look, see if it tells me anything about the layers. Okay, right, so it's this layer, the one with those, then we've got the trees, then we've got the shadow of the owls, then we've got the owls with the eyes, then we've got the owls with the massive eyes, and then we've got that on top. Okay, so that's the order in which they're going to be stacked like that. So put them face down, and they need to have spacing stuff on them. spacing stuff, you know what I mean. The stuff I've used before, this stuff, is that the thickness I need? Does it say on the, well, it didn't say much on the instructions really, but we'll give them another go. Instructions. Glue, you need foam spacers. So foam spacers, great. Tell me how deep the foam spacer needs to be. So we're going to use this one. So we're not using those because they're nice scissors. We're going to use some other scissors. I'd love to tell you that I had unglued the last lot of scissors, but I haven't. So these have been used for cutting very similar sort of stuff. So I'm going to have to stick them somewhere while I cut them down. So I don't know where it wants me to use the spacers. Here's a spacer, a star chaser. Okay. I don't want that to get stuck to anything. So. Right, around the edges apparently. So up there, there. There, where's that other one? There and there. So now I need to take these off. So there's a lot of it's a bit like, it reminds me a bit, these instructions remind me a bit like a TikTok video, which is that it gives you some instructions but they're very vague and they skip out a few steps. So I'm going to just poke all these little stars out, but there's definitely room for improvement on this thing. You know, I'm not dissing the person that made it. I think that they've done a sterling job. Just think there could be a bit more help for the construction of it, because it's all very well. It's a bit like if you've made something, then you kind of take for granted that other people will kind of get what you already know, and I think when you're giving instructions or something, they really need to be very clear, not at all ambiguous. So because just because you know how to build it because it's yours doesn't mean to say everybody else will know. So why can't I get that one to come off? That tape stuck to my arm now, on my sleeve to be fair. These are the stars that will be listed. Now, I don't actually know what I'm going to light this with. Maybe I should have thought about that. When does it say? Put the LED. Put the LED. I'll tell you where this LED is coming from. Or where you're going to put it. Sorry if I'm a little out of camera shot. I'm just trying to get this lined up. So that's that bit. That bit. Okay. So that's my stars. Okay. So next is this one. There's another bit there that's not been taken out. Take that out. And that's going to go on there. So okay, let's get the spacer for that. So I don't think you're going to see it top and bottom anyway, but I think on the side you might cast a shadow is what I was thinking. Don't think you'll see it top and bottom because of the owl. Yeah, that's fine. That's his beak, that bit that hangs down there, so you don't definitely not going to see that bit. So remember when we made the Christmas decorations, we layered those up. It's basically the same principle, it's just a shadow box. And I think I've set myself a bit of a precedent, because last year I gave him a shadow box. Last year was our first Christmas. This is our second Christmas, but I think, and I'm making another shadow box. This is going to be a bit like a thing. It's going to become a thing, isn't it? Every year he's going to expect another shadow box. So we'll see how that goes. So that's that one on, and then we'll do the next one, next layer. Use this, cut this one down. Do that either side. Is that the back? Yep, I've got the linen thing on the front, the linen pattern. This is my lovely American cardstock. I was saying to a couple of you actually about the American cardstock, and like, I love the American cardstock, but it just doesn't seem to be available in the UK anymore. And I've looked on the American Crafts website, the American Crafts website, and I can't see it listed there unless they've renamed it and rebranded it or something, and it's now called something else. If I knew what it was called, I'd buy some more of it. I'd just use it for all of this kind of construction stuff. I make other things. I make a lot of things that I don't even make on camera. This is my relaxing crafting. This is my me time crafting. This is something I make. It's something I can do normally and do it in silence. Obviously I can't do it in silence today because I'm talking to you guys, but I also use sticky buds normally. I just can't find them. And the sticky buds are much easier to peel off. So okay, so this is the next layer apparently. I'm going to go on there, line it up, get it all nice in the right place before you commit to anything, Dave. Top bit there. There we go, stick those down. There's another layer. Okay, next layer. Again, let's take this. Cool. Next layer, move that out of the way. Does just stick out, but you won't see it anyway. It's going to go inside that little box. I think that's in the right place. Yep. Happier that one lay in the right place this time, straight away. That. Next one. That's off. Cool, that's fine. I'm trying to peel the back off one of them. I've already peeled the back off. That's going to go there. No, not there. Now is not the time to go wrong. There we go. That's them in the right place. Cool. And then the last layer. So I had a problem cutting this layer. This is the back of it. But it's really fine, intricate stuff that I just couldn't get it to cut out. And this is like my fourth attempt to get it to cut out. So it's a shame it's the last layer, but it does look a million times better than it did the first time I tried to cut it out. It completely screwed it up. can't see the back, so it doesn't matter. Take that off. Yep. And this last layer. It's very deep. Maybe it should have had a deeper tape on it, but it didn't say, so. Not tape, what's it called? Spacer on it. Glue. I've got my finger stuck to the tacky on that. Cool, there we go. So, okay, so where do the LEDs go? The LEDs, what, they just go across the back? Like that? What are those for? What do they shine through as? I don't know. So, I think they're supposed to be where the eyes are, but they don't shine through there. Anyway, sorry. Let me just, I'm figuring out what I'm going to do here. So, do I need tape? Do I need tape, or do I need like double-sided tape? Or do I use washi tape? I don't know what to do for the back here. Or do I just put them in place? I think I need to stick them down with something. At least temporarily. Don't think these are particularly bright lights, but okay. I tell you what, you just be a pain while I just try and get on with life, okay? Deal? Deal. Everything is going wrong, doo-da, doo-da. It's gonna drive me really mad, doo-da-doo-da day. La la la. Let me see if I've got something else to do it with. Doo-da, doo-da. I'm kind of going like just around. Oh, it rips, that's fine. Let's move the scissors out of the way then. Let's go. Let's go like that. Although, do I want this on there, or do I want it? This is very deep for that box. I think her spacing is a lot bigger spacing than mine is. So I think, right, let's take this off. Don't rip it. Oh, okay, then you just rip it then, that's fine. Don't bend, don't rip, don't do any of those things. Thank you very much. Bit of cooperation is always appreciated. Right, so I think I'm going to put it in the back of here. This is the bit where that goes through there. That's fine, get that. And then take that out all the way through. Right. Then I think I'm going to put these on the back of here. I'll tape these in. Not pretty, I know, but it's... Oh, come on, please. Please. It's so fiddly. Don't have lost the end. You have. Let's do a few of these already. Well, not pretty, but it'll do. All of that to be tucked in there. I want that to be on the outside like that. That also needs to be stuck down. Mounted on there, that's perfectly fine like that, that's fine. Cool, okay, so, don't want it to be too high up, otherwise the centre of gravity will be off. Okay, so, not that, Dave, use your, that's it, 3-in-1 glue. Oh, actually, no, because we want to be able to change the batteries in it, don't we? So, maybe one of the things instead. If I could get my words out, I'd talk to you, but I can't. So I probably have edited this out because I can't speak. I can't speak. I don't know what I'm looking for. Yeah. I'll sort that out in a minute anyway. So that's going to go in there, but that is very much shallower than that. Yes, that needs some kind of... I think it needs some kind of diffusing anyway, so... maybe put that in. Would that... no, that's not going to diffuse it. That's going to make it... small. So this is my layer that didn't work out. I've just fished out the bin so that I can put this in, which is great. It'd be wonderful if you actually had things that worked today. Would be wonderful, please. Yeah, I'm just going to make like this kind of a diffuser. I just think I don't know whether it's going to help, but I just think it might do. It's definitely not going to help with the number of layers. It's not going to thicken up the layers. I think I just need to put something in the back to diffuse the light a little. So if you make one of these, you need much bigger spacing than I did. But I didn't know that, so it would have been helpful if they'd said. So it will go in my feedback. It won't be horrible feedback. It won't be negative. I don't like leaving negative feedback, but I will just say my findings. Because I think a bit of constructive criticism is helpful. Okay, so move you out of the way because you're driving me mad. And put that in there because that will diffuse the light, hopefully. So, yeah, okay. Put that in there. Hopefully, this is going to be. This is going to be enough light. It's definitely too much space. Right, let me turn the lights off and see whether I can see anything. Can you see anything? Can you see what I see? Oh, you can see something. It's not great. Right, so what's it like without the diffuser? Turn the diffuser out. Put that back in. I think it should have gone in the middle layer between the stars and stuff. Yeah, I like it there better. So let's see if I can remedy this. Can I get this back layer off? I think that's what those holes are for, those two, because they definitely don't line. Oh, do they line up with the eyes? No, they don't. So, don't know what those were for, so. Well, let's bit that bit off. I hope the others are just as easy. That's that bit off. I'm not going to try and take it all apart so I can put in extra spaces. Well, at least I don't think I am. Am I going to try and take them all apart so I can put in extra spaces? He is. I'll see you back here shortly. I won't make you suffer this. So I've finished, and I had to do it on my own because I will be honest, there's been some expletives going on. So what I ended up doing is I ended up taking all the layers apart, and I ended up using both of these types of spacing. So this one is a 2mm and this is a 3mm, and I used the two stuck to on top of each other to space the layers, which means there's 5mm spacing between them all. But even then, I had to put 3 layers of the 3mm tape at the back on the very back panel, 3 layers layered up, to lift it forward, so the whole thing lifted forward, because it was still about this far away from the back. So I also put the light layer on not at the very back, but on the last layer with the 2 lozenge shaped holes in them. So I'll put them on that layer instead. But it's all gone together now and I'm happy. So I've turned all the lights down in my studio, and I'm going to turn this on for you, and hopefully you'll be able to tell when I turn the light off, but I'm going to turn the light off now, and I think that looks really pretty. So I'm really chuffed with it now. I like the way that I've used a white light as well, because it makes it look like stars in the background. So there we go. So that's it. So I hope you you liked that. Sorry it went on for a long time. No, not sorry. These are the things you're going to expect, but don't let these things deter you. These things happen, and you know, especially when you're making 3D models, these things happen. But perseverance will save you at the end of the day. So now what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to use a Velcro dot on the back to put that on, so that it can be taken off, and then you can get to the batteries easier than it being glued on the back and finding it hard to get the battery pack open. So that's it. So hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me, and we'll do something a little more straightforward. I might I don't know, solve nuclear fission in the next video, because that'll be a little bit easier than this. Anyway, thanks very much for spending. This has got so many cuts in it, this video. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you very much for being as patient as I wasn't, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks very much. Don't forget, my name is Dasher Dave, and I love you all without exception, until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, folks. Bye. Bye. I shall leave you on that. Shall I leave you on that? Can you? Oh, I didn't even. Oh, hang on. There we go. Bye. Bye.